Hey everyone, not that long ago, I did a video about my unique way of discovering the law of attraction. And just briefly, I don't want to repeat the whole video again, but I inadvertently made things happen using the law of attraction without even knowing it existed back when I was a teenager. And I would have these visions, I would create visions in my head and believe that what I was seeing would come true and just believed it as a matter of fact. Not like ever doubting it or even getting down on it. I just knew that these things would happen. And then they did. But I didn't know or even think about it at the time that when these things happen, it's because I thought about it in my head and that I made it happen. Didn't even occur to me. But years later, actually 5 years ago, I should say, 5 years ago, is when I first discovered the law of attraction. And when I was learning about it, I thought to myself, wait a minute, this is what I did as a teenager. This is how I made a lot of my dreams come true. So I made the video to share with you how the law of attraction really isn't that complicated and even doesn't even need to go through all of these rituals that people do to make it happen. Because what I did to make it happen was just me doing what I wanted to do. I didn't know about the law of attraction. I didn't practice any method. I just did what I did and somehow it came true. So I have another solution to helping you manifest things and make things come true. A lot of people create what they call a vision board. And a vision board, if you know, is maybe a poster board or something, and you cut out pictures and put photos of things that you want in your life. And then you paste them to the vision board. And then every day you look at this board and you imagine that these things belong to you and that you're going to get them. And it's a way to get you into alignment with what you want and what your vision is in order to make it come true. And for a lot of people, the vision board works. So I created a vision board, but I didn't really have a good place to put it. It was behind me. I never looked at it. And it just wasn't resonating with me. It just wasn't working. So I decided to come up with a different solution. And I thought of something that would be more appealing to me. And therefore, I created a vision board video. So what I did is I went online and I took stills of all the things that I wanted and the things I wanted to become reality. And as well as images of things that I had. So, for example, when I was 3 years old, I saw the movie Smokey and the Bandit for the first time. And I loved the car. I loved the car. At 3 years old, I wanted that car. And throughout my life, I would buy car models of that car and die-cast and matchboxes. And every time that movie came on, the car is what I watched the most. I loved the car. I wanted a 77 Trans Am. It was my dream car. So I decided to put images of that car in my video. My dream house. What did I want my dream house to be? I wanted a beautiful pool and a lot of land and a meadow and a forest and maybe a small lake or pond. And I wanted a colonial. And everything that I wanted in the house, I found photos of and put that in the video. At the time that I made this video, I was going through a pretty difficult time in my life, and I found some inspiration between two different musical artists. One was Sarah Jarosz. She is a Grammy Award-winning bluegrass singer-songwriter. She's amazing, and her music helped me feel good. It just really helped me through tough times. So I wanted to meet her to be able to thank her. I wanted to just say to her, thank you for providing this fantastic music that actually helped heal me during really bad times. Thank you. So I put images of her. Then there's this artist, Mimi Page. Now, Mimi Page has done some soundtracks for a lot of video games, movies. She did music for the show Ghost Adventures. And her music is amazing. She has the voice of an angel. It's really, her music is healing. It's even perfect for meditation or perfect for relaxation. It's just amazing music. So I have a movie that I wrote, and I want to, at some point in time when I make this movie, have her do the music soundtrack. But I thought, how would I ever make that happen? Here I am, this independent filmmaker. I don't have any connections. How would I do that? How would I open the door to meeting her, to be able to work with her to make the music for my movie? So anyways, I added her into the vision video. So then I created music. I didn't create the music. I found the right music that was fitting, that was relaxing, and just helped with the flow. So I put it all together, and it's basically a video slideshow with this music playing. And I even put money in there, stacks of money falling from the sky, and money everywhere, just to add, because I want wealth and abundance. So then I play the video. I could play the video on my TV. I could play it on my computer, my cell phone, whatever. I sit back, I relax. I just watch the video. So now all of these images are going through my head of everything I want. And when I'm watching it like this is what I have. This is my life. I own this. I own that car. That's my car. When I'm looking at this, I'm looking at my car. When I'm looking at the houses, that's my house. So that's that. So, before I continue and tell you the results, I think this is great for those of you who are looking for something unique, something creative, to be able to work as a vision board, but also for those of you who struggle to create visions in your head. Some people can't do that. Maybe you're trying, you have a car in mind that you want, and you try to imagine the car and imagine yourself in it, but your brain is kind of doing what it wants you to do. It's like showing you another car or another situation or making you think about lunch, and it's just not working. Some people don't have the ability to be able to control their visions or create visions. So this vision board might be able to help you, because now you're putting these images in your head and you're running them in your head, and you'll be at a point where you don't even need to watch the video. You'll be able to watch it just in your memory. So this could be a way to help you with that. Plus, the other thing about manifesting what you want is all about feeling good. It's all about being in the right place and in the right mindset. And so this video is going to relax you with the nice music. It's going to be images of things that appeal to you. And therefore, during the time frame that you watch it, you will be in a good place. And it'll resonate. And it'll really get your brain going. All right, finally, I want to tell you about the results, because some of the stuff in the vision video that I created came true. And the two big things that came true are the most seemingly impossible things to happen. Two things that truly don't seem like it could happen, and especially happen as easy as they did. So the first one was Mimi Page. I would comment on Mimi Page's Twitter account. I would just send her little messages saying how her music is fantastic. I love her voice. She's got the voice of an angel, things like that. Well, Mimi Page actually started to respond. And at first it was just like, thank you, or a little heart, or, the little praying hands. But then it started to become little conversations. Oh, thank you for that, or I appreciate it, or I'm really glad that you like it. That kind of thing. And then it graduated to her using my name. I really appreciate that, Mike. I appreciate the support you always give me, that kind of thing. But it went even further, because recently I actually had a one-on-one conversation with her. We were going back and forth about something that was going on in the news. And we didn't see eye to eye, but what was really cool about this conversation is that we both said, we're happy that we're able to have this kind of dialogue with each other, that we're able to just talk things through and see each other's viewpoint, and then at the end of it, still get along. I mean, she was someone who was seemingly unreachable, a person who I want to know and work with, and now I know her. I had a conversation with her. It happened. Then there's Sarah Jarosz, and that one is still mind-boggling to me. I went through a catastrophic loss, but this loss came in two separate parts. It happened in 2 different days. So on the first day, By the time the nighttime came along, I was really depressed and miserable. I was just online, I remember just leaning there with the mouse and I'm just like going through. And I'm on Facebook, and Sarah Jarosz announced a concert series she was doing. And I just remember thinking, she never comes to my state. I don't know why. I bet there are people here who are a fan of hers, besides just me, so I don't know why she never comes here. So, in any case, I looked at the concert list, and my state wasn't on there, and I thought, that sucks, because if she was coming here, I would get the ticket right now. So, for some reason, I thought, you know what? I wonder if this is not the entire image. I wonder if there's more to it. So I clicked on it, and sure enough, I was right. Because there was more to the image. There were actually more concert listings. And right there was my state. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta get tickets. So the show was only like 2 weeks away. And I thought, oh no, they're going to be sold out. But in any case, I went there, I bought the tickets. As it turns out, I was able to get second row seating, very close to the stage. Perfect. So I wasn't thinking about the Vision video. I didn't think that I manifested going to this concert because of the video, because that's not what my intention was. My intention was to meet her and tell her, thank you. Thank you for your music. It heals me. It helps me. All right, so I go to the show. Now, the day of the show was actually on the second part of this catastrophic loss, the second day. So, definitely a weird coincidence that the day I would buy the ticket would be the day that the first part of this thing happened, and then the day of the concert would be on the day that the final part of this happened. So, I wasn't in a good mood that day, but the show was the only thing that was kind of keeping me going. The excitement of going to see Sarah Jarosz live in concert. So I go to the concert, and it's a very intimate place. Like, it almost looks like I'm in my living room. The stage is right in front of me, and it's just very comfortable, and it was very cool. So Sarah Jarosz comes out on stage, and she is so close, I can actually see the color of her eyes. That's not a joke. I could see the color of her eyes. And she performs the show, and it was perfect. I mean, she was so amazing live. Her voice was great. She played every single one of my favorite songs. She actually played the entire new album she had out. I mean, it was just an amazing show. I was actually stunned by it. It was one of the best concerts I had ever gone to. It was just flawless and sounded so perfect. So anyways, the show's coming close to its end. I'm like, I always hate when a show comes to its end. I'm like, oh no, it's going to be over. I don't want it to be over. Because I always try to embrace it and be in the moment. Well, anyways, she then did something that totally blew my mind. She gets behind the microphone and she goes, ladies and gentlemen, I know that it's snowing outside right now. However, if any of you are willing to stick around, I'm going to be in the back of the venue meeting all of you. And if you want me to have sign something, I also have merchandise there you could pick up. You want to say hi, take a selfie, come see me in the back. As soon as I heard that, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is it. This is it. This was in my vision board. This is my opportunity. I can actually go meet her today and thank her. Now, here's the thing. The meet and greet wasn't part of the purchase price. It was never mentioned. It was a surprise. It was something she sprung on us. Now, I got into a panic. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to freak out. I can't do this. No, I'm just going to leave. And then I was like yelling at myself in my own head going, you can't leave. This is what you wanted. This is your chance. It can actually happen. So I decided to do it. And there was a long line. The line was taking forever. I didn't think it was going to happen. And then I turned the corner, and there she is. I walked up to her, and we actually had a conversation. We talked for a little bit. We even joked around about something. And then I told her. I said, I need to thank you. And I told her the story, and I thanked her. I did it. It happened. It's reality. You want to see the proof? Here's our selfie. So, it's amazing how these things happen. But what amazes me most is, even though I haven't gotten the car yet, and I haven't gotten the house yet, and I haven't gotten the abundance yet, two of these things on the board were things that I considered to be the most impossible, the most difficult thing to happen. And yet they happened. They both happened, which tells me that the other things are easier to attain, that the other things can happen too. So it does work. And that's the evidence and the proof of it. So give it a try. It's a vision board video. You make it the way you want it to be. You know, if you want it to be 15 minutes, you do that. If you want it to be 7 minutes, just give it a try, and it might actually make a difference. The only thing that you need to do is believe what you're seeing. That you have to know that what's in that vision video is your life. It's what you want, and that it is real. It exists, and you just have to connect to it. You have to bring that to you to make it reality. So there you go. We'll talk again.